Good morning, good morning, good morning, you lovely lot. It's nearly 11 o'clock and I'm still sitting here in bed. I had a stonking headache last night, which I tried ibuprofen for, didn't touch it, just got worse and worse. So then tried paracetamol and that did the job. I remember my friend Julia telling me that headaches are either paracetamol headaches or ibuprofen headaches. This was definitely a paracetamol headache. So that helped. Funny thing is, Lee had a headache the day before and Brendan's in bed at the moment complaining of a headache. So I've told him to try paracetamol before he tries ibuprofen. Kenzie's been working really hard this morning on his work. So he's up and working. I thought we would have a PE workout to do together today, just as my muscles have stopped hurting. In fairness, we haven't been doing the PE workouts that school have been sending. We've just been doing lots of walks because I figured he's not really into those things. But I thought we ought to have a few on the list, show willing. But today they've done it's not a workout, we've got to study a sport and then you've got to practice your skills. So you have to, it's more of a written analysis type thing, and then we've got to go and practice it. So we might play badminton in the garden or something because he quite likes badminton. So that'll be fun. I have a works delivery coming. I shouldn't really be spending money, but I've run out of my really nice gel pens that I like. And they're only £2 in the works. Obviously I can't go there, but they do online delivery. So I've ordered 2 packs of those while they were in stock because I have no greens left whatsoever. I've kind of down to yellows and peaches and those and orange colours that I obviously don't use a lot of. So I ordered those. What else did I order? Oh, a pack of paper, because obviously we're going through paper quite a lot with schoolwork. And we are really low on that, so I ordered a pack of paper, which I was going to have to order from Amazon anyway, so I thought I'll chuck that in that order. And then I ordered myself a cheap 500-piece jigsaw. I was going to go with a 1,000-piece jigsaw, but I wasn't overly keen on some of the images. There wasn't as many to choose from, and this one's a really nice watermill with a deer by the river and stuff, so I will hopefully be doing that this afternoon. Need to set up the table in the playroom for it. Oh, excuse me. So yes, that's the plan of action for that. I have a video appointment with my counsellor at 3:15, I think. So that will be good, because although I'm not in that stressy place that I was in, I'm definitely still not myself. And although it's not taking me to all the horrible things I think of, I am now focusing more on the future with this virus. You know, how are we going to move forwards? And there's a lot of talk about the schools going back in June, and I'm saying, well, my boys are not going, and school will just have to like it or lump it, basically, because we're not risking them. It's as simple. And having chatted to one of the TAs that rang me, she said she doesn't think we'll be the only ones in the same boat. You know, she thinks a lot of people would say the same. So, that's not worrying me so much. I mean, this online learning seems to be working. His teacher was really pleased with the fact that he'd got 100% in both, this is Kenzie, 100% in both his science tests. And she said that was quite a hard subject to learn at home. So he's obviously learning very well here since I've been involved in it. And he's actually working a bit harder, rather than just kind of the first couple of weeks I was letting him get on with it. But he does need a bit more input. And that one-to-one teaching seems to be really helping him. So, yeah, my brain is just kind of going over is this ever going to end? And it's the wording that the government are using as well. When they're saying about kids going back to school, they're saying we can't send them back to school, we can't send people back to work until we are sure that the NHS will not be overwhelmed by a second wave. So they're not saying at any point it's safe to send our kids back. What they're saying is that when the second wave comes, and they're talking when, not if, when the second wave comes, that the NHS will be able to cope with it. Well, that's great, because obviously we need the medical service and everything to be able to cope with it. But that's not assuring the life of my family. And that's what doesn't sit comfortably with me. It's just that they have a better chance of getting better because the NHS can cope with it if they get it. So, no, it's not. It's safe. It's not necessarily a death sentence. That's not good enough for me, quite honestly. And then I'm thinking about work. How can I maintain a safe environment once work sets back up? Now, come September, I've got kids leaving, but I'm also meant to have kids starting. And there are families that have inquired and I haven't yet given them any specific days. It's entirely possible that I won't, and I'll just keep my numbers lower. Maybe. Just live on less. I mean, we've proved we can live on less. I don't know. I really don't know. I guess we'll just have to see, really. It's a tricky one. But yes, I'm using one of those thermometer guns, whatever they are, or, you know when you aim it at them. And if their temperature's slightly up, they will not be coming in through the door. And also not a single snotty nose is coming through my door, or a single cough is coming through my door, until we're in a better place. So going forwards, I'm going to have to be really strict about no children with colds coming in, which is going to be difficult because some kids are really susceptible to colds. But I have to protect the kids that are here. I have to protect my family. And I don't think I'm going to be the only person being that strict on it. I know that, I mean, I watched a video that Sky News, their temperatures are taken as they're driving in the car, and they're taken in the lobby. And if anyone's temperature is too high, then they're sent home. So I know I'm not the only person. That seems to be the standard in a lot of places. So I think I'll be following suit. Got a big spot coming up on my chin. And I had one along my face the other day as well. Oh, right, well, sitting here in bed isn't getting me anywhere, is it? I need to get up. There you go. That was Pippa's waffle. 8 minutes of waffle for this morning. I am most displeased. I'm trying to find an angle where you can see this better. Let's go into the bathroom. This is where I noticed it. This spot is so big, it's given me a bum chin. Look, I now have a bum chin. Because that's swollen, because it's a big spot. Displeased. I'm going to write a card for my friend. Not swollen. And the village shop is open today. So I'm going to go and get her some chocolate. Put it in there. I'm going to write her a card because she's like me. She gets stressy and anxious about stuff. She's also just lost her grandma, who she was very close to COVID at the weekend. And there are other reasons why this lockdown is particularly difficult for her at the moment, which is personal. So we've been messaging each other, and I just want her to have something to make her smile. So we're gonna, instead of doing a walk around the outside of the village, we're gonna walk round the village. It'll also give us a chance to see all the decorations everyone's putting up for VE Day. So while the boys are getting ready, I'm gonna write her card. And we'll stop at the village shop and we'll pick up some bits and we'll put it in there and go knock on her doorstep and leave it there for her. and hopefully just give us something to be happy about today, or at least a bit less sad. We are walking around the village today to see pretty stuff.
That's not this pretty construction work.
Yeah, not the pretty construction work. We're on the lookout for VE Day decorations.
Is that a new house?
Yes, it is a new house. An entirely new house has been built. Very pretty. Pine cones. Many, many pine cones.
Me? Yeah, you're
talking about mice. Brendan was talking about mice in his sleep.
This morning, woke up and said,
Feed the mice.
something like that. It was definitely mice.
Mice.
You were talking about chocolate.
Yeah, well, he's like his mother. He
Yeah,
dreams of
yeah.
chocolate.
He was like, ah, this is chocolate.
Chocolate.
I was like, you okay?
No, I need chocolate. Well, he's just had his chocolate fix. We got to go round that. We got to cross the road.
This morning, I made a weird sound because my arm was hurting. Went.
There's a sock monkey in the tree. A giant sock monkey. How cute is that? You wait there. There's babies in there. I'm having a change of scenery. I'm sitting on the stairs drinking tea. Mainly because I mopped the floors with very wet water. I mean, water is wet because it's water, but a very wet mop. Brendan is in the kitchen. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing. Kenzie, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Listening to music.
Listening to music. We're all just in separate spots doing nothing. The house is silent. That's what it's come to. Have you finished your maths sheets?
Almost. I've got one more to do.
Okay, cool. And then have you caught up with everything? You've done your sentences on your English?
Yep.
High five, buddy. That means you've done everything, except we haven't played badminton yet.
No, I don't.
Well, we'll have to play badminton tomorrow then, and you'll have to write about the skills involved in badminton, okay? Well, we can do that tomorrow if you'd rather. My teacup. Oh, the floor's wet, which is why we're all kind of perched in odd places. What are you having?
Bolognese.
Your highly nutritious tinned bolognese that you got from the shop. Every now and then it's nice to have a bit of junk, isn't it, Kenzie?
Bolognese.
You like that? Tinned bolognese. Thank you, Heinz.
Nom nom.
Nom nom. Time to fill up the bird seed so that I can refill the bird feeder at the front. This shed was very tidy before lockdown, but as time has gone on it's filling up with boxes from the loft and cardboard boxes from deliveries. Right, I'm going in. There we go. I'll go and get the bird feeder from the garden as well, and I'll top that one up. hoping that we'd have more birds nesting in the back garden, because there's no children in the back garden running around. And in years when spring has been really slow to come and the kids haven't been in the garden very much, we have had nesting. For some reason I've not seen any nests. Maybe I'm just not seeing them, but I can't hear anything. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe some babies will pop out in the next few weeks and I might have a nest somewhere amongst all of the tree and honeysuckle. We'll just have to see. It needs to go up, over, back, go through that window, back down again. I just need to...
You need to wiggle it so it falls down a bit more. You can get there. Ta-da.
Thanks, that look better.
Problem solved.
Yeah, that probably looks better than the way I've had it before.
Oh, I just realised there's more episodes of an anime I watched a while ago and I thought it finished for ages.
Alright.
Nice. It's always nice to find you've got more episodes to watch.
Yep.
Okay, card game.
I do. So we can pop the kettle on again and I'll wait till while we play it. And we play it in the kitchen. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Unless you have the surprise with a green thing on it, you can't stop me.
A surprise with a green thing?
Yeah, like this has the surprise with a
Oh, no, I don't have that.
Oh, you can't stop me stealing, man.
Damn
Exchange
you, man.
this. Oh, you get the you get this nice orange hat.
Thanks. That's really kind of you.
And I'm going to draw two and use them.
Okay.
Well,
What did you get?
Oh, and I'm going to you can have Ruba's because Mal, and I going to press my luck because that's a free action.
Okay.
That's nice. That's nice. Oh.
My goodies arrived. I've just taken the wrapper off it so it's all safe to touch. That's a picture I'm going to be doing, and I think I'm going to do it here. I'm sure that's a big enough space. 48 by 34. Yeah, that's bound to be more than enough space. This will be my little jigsaw zone down here, I think. So I'm going to sort those out and find my corners and my edges and start with those, as any good jigsaw person knows. That just really spoke to me. I think it's because it's so naturey. I love water, Not that I can swim, but I love water. I'd love to live by that water. I love mills, water mills particularly. And I love nature. So that just, as soon as I saw it, I was like, yep, I need that. So that was £4 from the works online. Not bad. Because I did think I'm not going to spend money on a jigsaw, especially when I looked on Amazon and they were like, you know, £12 I think was the cheapest one. And I thought, that's a lot of money when you don't have a lot of money. But I needed paper and I really wanted those pens. So adding £4 to it for a jigsaw kind of didn't seem a lot really, for a bit of fun. My jimmied switch is no longer working. Brendan is this the transplant, the donor machine?
Probably not going to work because it looks too short.
Well, the cable looks too short.
Yeah.
Oh. The switch is in a slightly different place, is it, or something? How long was the cable?
Yeah, that's
Where did it go to on mine?
about there. Yeah, that's too short.
So it needs to be longer than that one. Which way round does the switch go?
This way. 'Cause this way doesn't work.
No, I mean,
Switch.
yeah, no, I mean, is it that way, or is it that way?
I could make it. I could make it happen either way. Now you're embracing the spirit of, oh god, what the hell are you doing?
So we worked out that this is too short because basically my switch, the jimmied switch, has stopped working that he did for me.
Because it's had mechanical tension put on it.
Mechanical tension. So he's using a donor machine.
See, this is why I keep all the torn apart laptops.
See, I said to him, this is why you're going to go, well, if you make me get rid of things, I can't fix your laptop. So he's got donor parts.
I can't jimmy stuff in.
So he's taken that out, but it looks like it's too short. But I've just suggested that we have it hanging out of the machine. And now he's really proud of his mother because I'm thinking in Brendan terms.
One of my thoughts was just stick some wires out the side, but I was like,
well, this is a switch. At least that's a switch.
It's a button.
Or a button.
Technically is a form of switch.
Which I can use as opposed to what we were doing before, which obviously breaks off after a period of time. If I can press a button, and if Kenzie can press a button, that will work better because I think it was him turning it on and off which seemed to cause the problem. Thank you there, boy. I have just had my counselling session and it was very helpful. Very helpful indeed. Yes. Just as a place to purge my and just to be told that this is very normal in this time, and that's how the brain works. So I have purged, and hopefully it will help me to move forwards.
There's a movie about that.
What's that? Purging?
Yeah.
Purging your brain and moving forwards, or just purging?
No, just it's a lot of murder.
Oh, no, I'm not murdering. That's not helpful. I do not suggest you do that. But find someone to talk to and purge. Right, I need to pay her now. I best do that while I remember.
I'm so proud of you. You're accepting the jank.
Is that the official term for what we're doing? We're janking it.
It's janky, yes.
Will it get damaged by the fact that the laptop keyboard's got to press down on it? Or will it?
Oh, no, ripping tails.
Oh, it'll be fine.
Fine like that. Let's just plug in the battery for a second.
Just, yeah, make sure it works before you put it back together. This is apocalypse fixing of computing parts, yes?
Oh no, I would have forced you to, let me fix it like this anyway.
But it was my idea. Are you proud of me? My idea.
Or the idea is more the fact that you accepted the jank, which I'm proud of.
Well, no, I just said, why don't we stick it out the side? And your face was just like, did that come from my mother?
You accept the jank strategy.
I've got a giant plate of curry. And you've got a piddly piddly pot noodle. I did think you'd get more in it than that.
Piddly noodle. No, they are very piddly.
Yeah. Update on the veggies. Everything doing very nicely. Do you still need some bigger pots? Ones in the bigger pots are doing nicely. Yeah, coming along quite well. Those lettuce leaves are growing nicely. We'll be able to have some lettuce. I have done the outer of my jigsaw. Now to do the inner of my jigsaw. Well, that's the end of Tuesday. I'm going to sit here and continue with my jigsaw puzzle while Lee watches his car programme. Brendan is chillaxing on the sofa, I think, and Kenzie, I believe, is listening to music or watching anime. We're just kind of doing our own thing. Anyway, thanks for watching, you lovely lot. Stay safe, and I will see you all tomorrow.